Vernet Cricket Ground. It's bathed in sun. Has been for fairly grey and threatening-looking crowds around, as we will be officiating the game with Luxembourg versus Belgium. So, just to go through the team sheets. About 20 minutes ago, we had the toss. Belgium, as captain Sherry Butt, won the toss and decided to bat, which has been a common theme throughout the tournament so far. Marcus Cope, Pankaj Malav, Mohit Dixit, who is also captain of Belgium. We've got Namish Mehta, who is the vice captain. Jamil Syed Musiab is the wicketkeeper. Latif Usmani, Ekrami, Saber, Mehta will be the 12th and 13th men for Belgium. So those are the teams. And Adi has been put into 12th man duties, and the skipper Joost May to take the gloves. So at the non-strikers end, it looks like Mohammed Manib. And we're just waiting on confirmation who he's got a deep mid on and a deep mid off. And those are the two fielding the power play. Belgium is the wicketkeeper, Musayab, and also Mohammed Manib as well. We're just waiting now for 1 o'clock to tick past, a couple of seconds away from the second game. And the officials now have been told that the clock has ticked around to 1 o'clock. And we're about to get William Cope, first ball. And lets it through. Musayab watching carefully. Luxembourg already played Czech, but Czech took their revenge and won the game this morning. That is finally behind it. And some good movement there from William Cope, just swinging it away. And there's 3 dot balls to the start of this innings. A great start from William Cope and from Luxembourg. Once again, you can see and feel the energy from the Luxembourg fielders who have had to press the restart button after the loss only half an hour ago, but they've come out strong. And on the final ball of the over, that was clipped off his toes for 4 runs. So 4 off the first over. Belgium are 4 for no wicket. Second over about to start, and as has been the case so far, we're still waiting. immediately smashed away by Munib, and unfortunately, it was a slight misfield out there for the Luxembourg fielder James Barker, and that has slipped over the boundary for 4 runs. It was a powerful shot, powerfully hit, and good comeback from the Luxembourg off spinner. And Munib just knocking that back with respect. So we've seen the outfield get quicker as the day's gone on and the sun's... It was a good Superman impression there for Vikram Vij, who appears to have injured himself on the ground. And I think he might have landed badly on his shoulder. The Luxembourg skipper just goes over and water is offered. So a slight concern, him back on his feet as quickly as possible today. And after that single, it brings on the Belgian wicketkeeper, and Belgium are currently 9 off 1.5 overs. It's been a good start from both teams, fairly even. So a full toss, but again, not quite got hold of there by Musayab, who just smashed it into the ground and picked up by Vikram Vij at mid-wicket. An attacking field here for Saranch. Slips in. And quick single there taken to finish off the over. At the start of the 3rd over, Belgium are 10 for no wickets off 2 overs, and we welcome Mike West into the commentary box for the first time today. And he's been given. That was an excellent catch there from Joost Mees, who's keeping in this game, as opposed to the normal keeper, Addy, who was diving there down to his leg side and kicking himself. Luxembourg might owe you a beer for that, Mr. West. But also, the commentary team would like to extend their wishes to someone that should have been part of this team today, William Heath. Unfortunately, not well. So we're wishing him a very speedy. So it was a good start to the over from William Cope. New batsman Latif plays and misses, and that was a fantastic ball there from Luxembourg. Opening fast bowler William Cope just moved away from Manoun Al-Latif. Tough ball to face for your first one.
That's just played behind square by the left-hander, and they'll take a single. See over here. By the Belgians. Fielder wasn't so far out, but they still scampered through for a single. Bash there by Latif, but he misses it. Dot ball. Precious in this format of the game, as we know. So, Mikey, we saw in that first game there that Luxembourg only posted 112. What would you say is a par score as that one's played out to mid-wicket for 2?
That's a very good question. What did Luxembourg score yesterday evening?
165.
65, wasn't it? So,
and that felt below par almost.
Yeah, I would think 180 plus. In honesty, I haven't seen the batsman bat yet, so we have to see.
One thing that we can be sure is that the outfield is lightning. It was lightning before the rain, and it's lightning after the rain we had last night.
We had some rain last night, but we've had precious little rain here for weeks, and it's really 1 or 4 at the moment. The ground is very, very hard. In fact, we were worried because it was starting to get a little bit dangerous as the ground became uneven and a ball could fly up. And as happened last weekend, if you remember, hit somebody on the face who was fielding the ball. So we desperately need some rain, us and the rest of Europe, I imagine.
So 3 overs down, 15 for 1, and Kulstrather comes back into the attack, and that's launched up in the air. Chance of a catch, and it's taken.
That's 2 wickets.
Second wicket falls for Belgium. And this time, Munib, the man to depart. Well bowled there by Kulstrather, and a brilliant catch out in the deep by Barker.
Good safe hands, James.
This is shaping up to be a fantastic tri-series here. 3 very good sides. Luxembourg T20I, sponsored by JTC, Redbridge Recruitment, Talisman, and Tumar. Brought to you by the ICC and the Ministry of Sport for Luxembourg. So the new batsman is Usmani. So somehow the batsman didn't cross there, which is a surprise. So Usmani will be on strike. Belgium 15 for 2.
Yes, that's true. There was plenty of time for them to cross, wasn't there? Anyway, Tony Whiteman at slip, who took the most glorious one-handed catch in the last match. Shades of Andrew Strauss back in 2005.
Rolling back the years he did.
Oh, that's a nice ball.
Attacking shot straight away, but it's just going to be a dot ball.
Plenty of flight and plenty of length. And the ball goes back in the V.
And that one's just turned to square leg and overthrow, but well backed up. So just the single there for Usmani to get off the strike.
Here we are doing live commentary, Tim, and there's not a pigeon to be seen. We
I
couldn't
know.
comment on a pigeon if we wanted to.
However, in the distance, I can see a helicopter. Or is that
It's an aeroplane.
No, over there.
Oh, yes.
Airplane and helicopter.
It's all happening here at the Pievano Oval.
That is a glorious shot there. My Latif for 4 runs.
What's this?
Yeah. We're partly shaded here in our commentary position, but I can feel that the sun is getting quite strong now.
It's warming up, yes. Those dark clouds have drifted away. We did have a couple of spots of rain about a half an hour ago, but really, literally just a couple of spots.
Mm-hmm. So apart from that 4, it's a reasonably tight over this from Kulschreiter. He'll be looking to finish it well. Looks like the grandstand is filling up as well now, almost at capacity. And that is lofted out into mid-wicket. They'll think about 2, but they won't go, and it's a single. So 21 for 2 after 4. Good start that for Luxembourg. They'll be happy with that. So William Cope to bowl his 3rd over here. To the left-handed Munib. Sorry, Latif. And a little bit of tinkering in the field by the bowler, bringing his long off straighter. Oh, leading edge there, and they'll come through for a single.
Much about that one. Oh, bowled Will. Well pitched up. Made the batsman worry. And the temperature's picked up a few degrees in the last 10 minutes. It's lovely now. You won't have seen this on the camera, I don't think, but there was a little breeze just now, and it lifted up the 3 flags that we have on the side of the ground and opened them out. It was a lovely sight.
Great to see international cricket at the Pievano Cricket Ground.
Yes. And he used to come down here and watch Pievano. Yeah, he enjoyed his cricket.
Batsman plays it into the ground over the bowler, and they'll take a single. Nice breeze blows its way through the commentary box here as Will Cup comes up to the wicket, bowls. Nicely played straight drive for a single.
They're up for it, aren't they? Good energy.
So single there.
Well, given the players that they
A little bit more tinkering with the fields. Skipper Mace keeping in this match. Dot ball. That's the end of the over. So 26 for 2 after 5. And two sides pretty evenly ranked in the world rankings as well. Results this weekend could have an impact on those positions. So it looks as though we've got a bowling change here. If not mistaken, that appears to be Malav. That's nicely fielded there. Malav, first ball, cut by Latif out to point, but stopped by Haynes.
body behind the ball.
And a dot ball.
Which, as I said earlier on, you need to do here because the pitch is desperately dry and can be bumpy in places. And you think you've got the ball and all of a sudden it's skipped off to the left or the right.
So Osmani back on strike here. Face his first ball from the new bowler, Malav. And a dot ball. Going to keep the strike rotating, keep the runs ticking over. But at the same time, they'll know that they'll need some boundaries. This is a very fast outfield. And a pass score really should be... Oh, that's gone up in the air. I think that should be 6. It is into the field, 6 runs. Been found. And Malav will be looking to respond here. Up the wicket bowls. And they'll get another single. Interesting, I've noticed here with Usmani, who was the non-striking batsman there, he runs with his gloves in his hand. He bats obviously with them on, but when he's not batting, he keeps them off.
I wonder why.
Interesting approach.
Horses for courses, eh? There will be a lot of fiddling about for me. They're having a little discussion mid-wicket now. They're aware, I'm sure, that they would wanting to push the score along now. Scoreboard pressure is mounting.
So,
score, Tim?
So it's 35 for 2.
Off
6. End of the power play. So that's a good power play for Luxembourg.
It's only 5 and over.
Yeah, Luxembourg will be happy with that. Belgium done a good job. They lost a couple of wickets there, but they've done well just to start to rebuild. And what they've done really well is keep these singles sticking over, just like that.
Yes, they've looked very sharp in the field. But the Belgian batsmen are on top of their game at the moment as well. So I suspect this is going to be an interesting little phase here.
It's a bowling change this end as well. Now Mohit Dixit bowling this next over, the 7th over. So left-hander on strike. Oh, an edge. But that's well stopped there by the 5 slip.
Tony Whiteman does it again. You can't keep a good man down. That was a definite edge there. That would have been right through a first slip had there been a first slip. Mohit sets off again. That's nearly stopped, but there's a man in the outfield, so it'll just be a single. Good shot. All along the ground. Never in any danger. Oh, when he gets one past the edge there.
It's a nice ball. That seemed to just move a little bit there.
William Cope to try and get under that ball, but the ball was always heading into space and away from the fielders.
So at the end of the 7th over, Belgium are 41 for 2. Apologies, 41 for 2. At the end of the 7th over, we have Usmani and Latif, who are at the crease now for Belgium. And it looks like we might be seeing a bowling change for Luxembourg. Are we? No, we're not. Just seeing a fielding change. Pankaj Malav is going to continue from the Fitzgerald bridge end. And as we talk about Fitzgerald, I can see him making his way around the boundary. Wearing a very brave pink shorts. Back to the action. Pankaj Malav to come in for the 8th over. Start of the 8th over. Hit powerfully back. I think it was a bump ball. But it's obviously hits Pankaj probably in the thumb, and that's going to hurt. Excellent stuff there from Marcus Cope, fielding that out at square leg.
Yep, Pankaj is keeping it tight at the moment. It's just singles. Let's see how the Belgian batsman can counter this. Ooh. Slow ball only just missed out, unfortunately.
That was a half tracker and probably should have been put in the cow field.
He was eyeing up that boundary for sure, I think.
I think his eyes lit up and he was through the shot before the ball even got to him. But still managed to scamper through for a single. Leg by. And the crowd, now the sun's out, is building up quite nicely in the spectator area. Obviously all socially distanced. Osmani facing, and that looks a very close shout. He's given him. Umpire Peter Vincent raises the finger, and Luxembourg have got their 3rd wicket. It looked out. Osmani came across his stumps and his front pad covering all 3, probably hitting halfway up the pad. He was out. LBW for 6. And I think striding in now for Belgium is the captain, Sherry Butt. And